What's up, everybody? I am sorry that I haven't been live in a minute. It's been a very long journey that I've been going through, and I've been super duper tired, super exhausted, and just haven't been able to have the energy to go live. But I have to pick up my granddaughter today, so I figure why not go live while I'm picking up my granddaughter and talk to y'all and see if I can tell you the story of my journey. I did my hair, but I don't like it too much. There's too much going on. So, it's been crazy, y'all. Like, I wish I could understand how crazy it's been. What up, Ray? Can you hear me okay? I'm so sleepy. Y'all, it's been crazy. It's been so crazy. Like, I don't even know if I could tell this whole story in like one sitting. Can you guys hear me, though? Okay. So let's see. Let's start from the beginning. So I started the academy, and we had a sergeant who's awesome. Her name is Sergeant Carter. She was our training academy training officer, right? And she's cool. I love her. And she was like setting the tone on how to, what to do and how to do it, and creating structure and discipline and stuff like that. And then we had a classmate that was really, really like close to us. He's just an awesome person. And he ended up getting in a car accident. So that set the tone for the class. So he had to get recycled. He said it. He got in a car accident and broke his femur. So everybody was like bummed because of that. And then like probably about 3 days later, our Sergeant Carter was, teaching us how to do our oath and stuff like that. So one day, like, we thought we had got it. We was like, we got it. Let's surprise her, right? So she walks in the classroom, and we stand at attention, and we start doing our oath. And then, like, we couldn't even get, like, the first sentence out, and she started crying. And everybody's like, what? What's wrong? Because we're, like, protective over Sergeant Carter, right? Like, we love her so much. So when she started crying, we're like, who the fuck we got to beat up? Like, what happened, right? And she said that we thought, okay, what happened to Davis? Because Davis was the one who got in the car accident. We thought he died, and she was getting ready to come and tell us that he had died from the car accident. But she cried because she had got her promotion. She had applied for another position, and she had got the job. That means she would be leaving us, and she was only with us for 3 weeks. Training was for 6 weeks. So that means she would be leaving us. And she was sad because she had invested so much time into us already in 3 weeks, right? So we got over that, and she left like that Friday. This was a Wednesday. She left that Friday. So then, we got tossed around to a couple of different sergeants and stuff like that. And a class across from us got COVID. The whole class basically got sick. That class got the whole building sick. So then I think I had COVID. Another one of my classmates got COVID. She got recycled because she got a test. I didn't get the test. I wasn't doing none of that shit. Like, I just had to stick it out. This was a couple of days before we were supposed to get pepper sprayed and gassed and do our weapons or whatever, right? So Oh my God. I thought I was gonna die, bro. Oh my God. It was the worst. Getting sick like that and having to still go to class because you can't miss one day. And if you miss one day, you got to start all over again. And you can't miss more than 2 hours. So I had to stick through it. And then we were supposed to get gassed and pepper sprayed on a Thursday, right? But we did our weapons that Thursday. I passed all of my weapons. It was easy. And then but we didn't get sprayed. And I had like I had got ready mentally for this spray. And we didn't get sprayed that Thursday. We had to get sprayed Friday. But Friday we had to do the spray, the gas, and our physical fitness test. The physical fitness test, the first time we had to do it twice. The first time I did my physical fitness test, I damn near passed out. I was so out of shape, I damn near passed out. So then the second time we had to do it outside. We had to do that first, and then after lunch, we had to do the spray and gas. So I did the physical fitness test. The second time, it wasn't as bad as the first time because I paced myself. The first time, I just went through it like I was a gladiator. And what you have to do is you have to run like 25 meters. You got to pick up a sandbag. You got to do 10 squats. Then you got to hold the sandbag. I think it's a 15-pound sandbag. And you got to run backwards 25 meters to the start line. Then you got to sprint 50 meters. And that 50 meters, you have to it's called a push-up twist. You got to do that 3 times. And then you have to run backwards 25 meters, I think. And then you got to run 50 meters and do the punching bag 10 times. And then you got to run back. So, to the start line. And so you do that, and then you got to do it in under like 5 minutes. But if you do it under 1 minute and 26 seconds for females, you get like it's called a PAT star. Physical agility test, PAT star. I did mine in 2 minutes and 18 seconds. So that happened, and then we got gas and pepper sprayed. When I tell y'all, that shit ain't no joke, man. Oh my God, bro. That shit is no joke, bro. So everybody was like, I hate the gas. I'd rather get pepper sprayed than gas. I'd rather get pepper sprayed than gas. I'd rather get gas than pepper sprayed, let me tell you. So first, they line us up like, I think, rows of like 8. Like 4 rows of 8, and we have to lock arms like this, close to each other. And like the person in front of me was so close I could put my face on their back. And we have to lock arms, and we have to hold on to each other while they administer the CS gas, and we have to hold each other up. And if anybody falls, we're supposed to pick them up. We can't let nobody run, and we just have to deal with it. And then they'll tell us to walk through it, walk away from it. So as soon as they hit it, they let it off, I'm feeling people trying to run, right? And you're not even thinking about don't let nobody run, don't let nobody fall. You're not even thinking about that. You're thinking about how the fuck am I going to breathe, right? The gas, what it smells like is, it smells like firework smoke. Really strong firework smoke that makes your throat, like, your chest burn. Your chest feels like you ran a marathon and you can't breathe. Like, you know how when you run so hard, you can't breathe and your chest burns? That's how it feels. And then your nose burns like you sniffed fucking a match. Like, you know those match, when you light a match, that smell, times that by like 1,000. Like right when the match first lights, that little smoke that comes out, times that by 1,000. That's what it smells like. It feels like in your nose. So what I did was every time I would breathe, I would have to swallow. So I was like, like that. I was swallowing and breathing in just like that. and then it burns your eyes because it's smoke. So to me, it just felt like fireworks smoke was right here in my face. So that wasn't terrible. I think because I smoke cigarettes and I vape now, that's probably why it wasn't that bad. It wasn't terrible, right? Then after we whoever recovered from it, they tell you to line up, and you line up in a line, and then they get the pepper spray, police grade pepper spray, and they spray the back of your neck right here. You can't go like this. You gotta just stand straight up. You can't do this because you gotta have your neck exposed, right? And they spray it. They spray my neck. I remember smelling it, and it's saying, this smells like some good ass Mexican food hot sauce. Like the spray wrapped around my face. It was hot outside, and it smelled like really strong cayenne pepper. I had my eyes open. No, I had my eyes closed, and I felt it and I smelled it, and then it felt like somebody had hit me with the sun. It felt like somebody hit me with the sun, and it felt like somebody hit me with a hot spray bottle full of hot oil and cayenne pepper, and it wrapped around my face. The back of my neck is burning. My ears, my cheeks are burning. My forehead is burning. My eyes are burning. So I was like, okay. I went like this and wiped the sweat off with this hand. Now the back of my hand is burning. So I wiped the sweat off with this hand. The back of this hand is burning. Because I'm thinking the sweat is falling into my eyes and making my eyes burn, because my eyes were burning, but the spray didn't get in my eyes. So I'm thinking it's the sweat. So I take my undershirt and I wipe my eyes and I try to open them. And that was like the worst fucking thing that you could ever do. So what it feels like when you open your eyes, it feels like you have pieces of sand in your eyes. Every time you open your eyes, it feels like sand, and it feels like literally somebody had poured cayenne pepper in your eyes. So it feels like there's gray, like hair, like you know how it feels when hair gets. Damn it keeps going out. I'm going through a bad area. I can't open my eyes. I can't walk. I can't move because I don't know where I'm going. I can't see. And can y'all hear me? Thumbs up if you hear me, because it kept going out. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. So then the people who can open their eyes, they ask them to help the ones that can't open their eyes, right? And I remember standing next to my sergeant, and she kept saying that they're gonna keep getting reactivated because they're sweating. It's hot out here. We need to get them in the air. I heard her say that. So he says, everybody who can see, grab somebody who can't see. We're going inside. Because I remember thinking, like, I'm sweating and it's falling in my face. So we go inside, and as we're walking towards the building, I feel the air from the outside, like the outside air blowing in my face. I was able to open my eyes. So I understood that I needed air for my eyes to open. You cannot leave and go home until you open your eyes. That's how bad it is. They won't dismiss you until you open your eyes, because they need to know that you can see and that you're okay. So as soon as we get in the building, everybody runs to the air conditioner and tries to get in front of the air conditioner. But what nobody did was, and some people tried to go to the bathroom and wash their face. So water reactivates it. It's oil. Water reactivates it. Water makes it burn more. I go to the bathroom and I try to wash my neck because it's on my collar, and it feels like my neck is raw. It feels like my neck is raw and it's burning. So it feels like a really, really terrible sunburn, like more terrible than you can ever imagine. And it feels like my skin is exposed, like my tissue of my neck is exposed, it feels like. And every time my collar touched my neck, it hurt. That's how bad it hurt. So I'm thinking, let me wash it off, right? They say we have to use Dawn dish soap for our body, and we had to use baby wash, baby shampoo for our eyes because it won't burn our eyes. So we didn't have any Dawn there, so I went into the bathroom and got whatever soap they had and tried to wash my neck. That shit didn't work. So then nobody else went into the break room. The break room had a big ass air conditioner. So I go in the break room, I stand in front of the air conditioner, I'm able to open my eyes because now my face is drying out. But my skin was burning so bad, it made me start crying. I was already crying, actually. After I wiped my eyes when I was outside and I couldn't open them again, I started crying because I was burning so bad. Like, I was literally like, like crying, mad, because I couldn't open my eyes and my skin was burning like I was, literally felt like 3rd-degree burns, bro. 2nd-degree burns, I don't know. It was burning. And so I cried, I opened my eyes, my face is dry, but now I started crying because my skin is burning, which reactivated my eyes again. So now I can't see again, and I gotta close my eyes because I'm fucking crying. So now I had to psych myself out and talk to myself to stop crying. Do you know how hard that was? So I'm walking around, my fist balled, and like that. Like, just don't fucking talk to me. They said that I was walking around there like I was gonna fight somebody. Because I wanted to fight. I wanted to kill everybody. I wanted to punch everybody in the fucking face because my skin was burning and my eyes were burning and I couldn't do shit about it. And all I could think about is how the fuck do I get this shit off of me before I kill somebody? That's how I felt. I wanted to kill everybody. So eventually, so then I went outside because now look, they got all the air conditioners blasting. That room is freezing cold. It's like Antarctica in that room. It's always cold. I always have my sweater. It's hot outside though. So I go outside to try to warm up. I could see, but now I need to get warm because I'm cold. My skin is still burning, but my body is cold because my shirt is wet from water and sweat. But it's cold inside, so I'm cold with the water and sweat. So I go outside to try to warm up. The sun reactivates the goddamn shit again. Bro, that was the worst experience of my life as far as pain is concerned. I don't think I felt anything worse than that in my life. Probably something that had to do with childbirth. But in my recent memory, I have never felt anything like that in my life. So I was staying in the dorms. That's why I couldn't record it because we're not allowed to record in the dorms. So I didn't do any videos or nothing like that. So I go back to the dorm and I try to wash with the Dawn dish soap and all that. I'm in the shower cussing people out because the water reactivates the fucking pepper spray. So I'm in the shower cussing and yelling and cussing and yelling. I had to get one of my classmates to help me take a shower because you don't want to get in the shower and wash your hair and face and let it go down your body because if it gets in your cracks and crevices, women and men, and your balls and stuff, it's going to burn that too. So we had to wash. I had to put my head back and wash my hair first and then wash my face and let it run out into the tub. So I had to lay back into the tub and then wash my body. It was hard as fuck. I'm cussing. They all heard me in the hallway in the dorms. They was like, we heard you. We cussing out the air and the water. So that was that. Then the next day, when I got out of the shower, since it reactivated, I understood that I need to be dry in order for it to stop burning. So I got baby powder and put it all over my face and my neck and my body. I'm walking around there looking ashy as fuck, right? Ashy white with powder all over me. But I felt better though. I felt better. And that was that. I ended up going home, I think, that day. And I washed my uniform. And we went into the unit for the first time. We went to the Ferguson unit. And they don't have air conditioners. So when I'm in the Ferguson unit, It's hot. I start sweating. The pepper spray is still in my fucking collar. It's burning my neck all damn day in Ferguson unit. The first day at Ferguson unit, we had to do cell searches. They had locked a block down because they kept popping positive for drugs or something. I don't know why they locked the block down, but we had to do cell searches. They were strip searching the inmates, and once they finished getting strip searched, they get put in a day room, and then we had to do cell searches. So I did a cell search. I found 5 tattoo guns. I found a speaker. I found a lot of Cash Apps, a lot of Instagrams. They're not supposed to have those. So that was the first day. The second day, I found 2 more. I found a thing called a stinger. Basically, they take the coil out of their hot pot that they could make water with, and then they put it under their bunk, which is metal, and then they make a stove out of it. So their bunk is a stove, and they cook on it. They steal food from the dining room and the kitchen so they could cook on their bunk and make food with the stinger. So I found a couple of those. So I was like the only one in my class that found like all the crazy cool shit. So I got like high, like accolades for that or something. I don't know. Like they was impressed being in the academy as a cadet, finding this type of contraband. So all that stuff happened. We was going through the Ferguson unit and stuff. And then what else happened? Oh, okay. So there's a couple of people in my class that just don't listen for shit. They keep talking. They keep like doing stupid shit and getting in trouble, thinking that they're better than everybody else, thinking that they can like just get away with every fucking thing. And this one particular dude, we'll call him John. John decides he wants to cut the line all the fucking time. So one day we was in line to go to lunch. We had to get searched, like pat searched, to check to make sure we don't have no contraband on us. It's like 3 classes in line waiting to go in here to get pat searched. John decides he's gonna go to the front of the line and skip everybody. He got cussed out and sent back to the back of the line. So fast forward like a couple of weeks later, John decides we're putting up our pepper spray. We get in line to put up our pepper spray. And there's a guy in front of me, and then I'm behind the guy, and the line's gonna be behind me. The pepper spray box is in front of the guy in front of me. John comes and thinks he's about to get in between me and the guy in front of me. And I'm so fucking frustrated this day. I just went out of character. I was like, fuck that shit. You ain't gonna do that shit today. Get the fuck back. And he was like, who the fuck you think you talking to? And he got in my face, and we started cussing at each other. He threatened to hit me twice. And y'all know, being a victim and survivor and all of that, I went berserk at the Ferguson unit in the turnout room. So they had to pull us apart. The next day, we got written up, and then my sergeant had to tell his major or his captain what happened. So the next week, when the captain got it, we were supposed to get fired. If you get 4 demerits, you're fired. 2 demerits, we both got 2 demerits for cussing, and we got 2 demerits for yelling. So we got 4 demerits. So the guy before me, the guy who I got in a fight with, John, he had already got demerits because he was already fucking up. I hadn't gotten no demerits. I was good. I'm like my sergeants love me. I'm a good cadet. I do what I'm supposed to do. I pay attention. Like, you would call me like the A student. Like if this was a school, I would have been like the honor roll student, right? Like all of my captains, all of my sergeants loved me because they knew that I was there to learn and work and do what I'm supposed to do. Like no nonsense. I didn't play around. I didn't joke around with it, right? So I get 4 demerits. And he get 4 demerits. He cuss us smooth. He didn't use cuss words, but needless to say, I'm scared of that man. If I ever see him walking down the hallway, I'm going the other way. Or I'm going in somebody's room. I'm not passing that man. I don't want to see him. Right? He was like, you can get fired right now. You can literally, I should be firing you, but I'm not going to fire you. Y'all, and I'm supposed to separate y'all and put y'all in different units. But I'm not going to do that. If you get one more demerit, that's it. You're out the door. You're fired, right? And I'm like, well, I don't got to worry about that. We got 2 more weeks to go. I'm good. I'm not going to get no more demerits because that's out of my character to be cussing and yelling at somebody, first of all. Second of all, I'm a good student, so I don't got to worry about no more demerits. I'm good. I ain't tripping. It froze. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. So I didn't get him demerit. I didn't get fired because my rapport and my work ethic saved my ass. I was supposed to get fired over a uniform violation. The charge would have been bringing contraband into a correctional facility because you're not supposed to bring your wallet in because the inmates could get the wallet. The people who are doing our laundry are inmates, right? They could have got my wallet and had my ID, my credit card, all of that. Zip cards, all of that shit. So that's contraband. But I didn't get fired. So we go on to, learn everything. And the very last week, the class falls apart. We got cliques and shit and all kind of stuff. This one lady, she was trying to get me fired. We were cool as fuck when class first started. The whole time we was cool as fuck. The last the 2 days before we were supposed to graduate, she trying to get me fired because we're not allowed to have phones inside the academy. We're not allowed to have cameras or nothing. But my sergeant, on the day of our spread, which is the day before we graduate, we have like a spread where we get food and we have like a little party and we get together and eat together. And I wanted to take class pictures of the class of everybody eating and stuff so that we could, share it, like give it to our sergeant and make a photo album for her because we were her last class. So he gave me permission to take pictures of the class. We're supposed to do a class picture for our program. We're supposed to do a class picture so we can make a plaque. Couldn't nobody decide what kind of food they wanted to eat. Everybody was bougie. They want to fucking do a potluck because nobody trusts nobody's cooking. They didn't want to cater because couldn't nobody make up their mind what they wanted to eat. So we ended up ordering pizza. And while everybody was eating pizza, I was supposed to take pictures of just candid pictures of people eating and playing games and dancing or whatever the case may be. She gonna go to my sergeant and tell him that she wants to write me up for taking pictures of her unwanted. He called bullshit. He was like, that's bullshit. Whatever pictures that you have with her in it, just delete the pictures. Because of my work ethic and my rapport, and I don't complain, I do what I'm told, I don't talk, I don't whisper, I don't fall asleep in class, I don't come in late, I do what I'm told. He didn't even give a fuck about what the fuck she was saying because they was not gonna get me fired because I do my... Okay, somebody had called, I'm sorry. I gotta text them, hold on. Okay, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. But yeah, my work ethic and how I do my job, they wasn't gonna fire me because that's bullshit, right? So we graduate. The day of graduation, they changed some stuff up. And these motherfucking people in this class start whispering, talking about, we don't do that, we're not supposed to do that, whatever the fuck they were saying. And this is the major. You're saying this in front of the major? She cuts that class out. Graduation day. An hour before we're supposed to graduate. So we graduate. Finally, we're done. I'm supposed to go to the Ferguson unit. And I learned I'm not going to the Ferguson unit. I'm going to the Wynn unit. That's the place where my daughter is at. So it wasn't terrible that I was going to the Wynn unit, but I had trained in the Ferguson unit. I know the Ferguson unit. I built a rapport with the workers at the Ferguson unit. They know my work ethic at the Ferguson unit. We're like this at the Ferguson unit. Yet I get put at Wynn. I'm a direct hire by the warden at the Ferguson unit. I get put at Wynn. So my first day at Wynn was Monday. And we did classes. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we did classes. Thursday was our first day actually working a block. And when I tell you, oh my God, bro, I had to work the B wing. The B wing has to do, there's restrictive housing, and it's a transient unit. So restrictive housing is basically the custody level is like G3 and up. Some of there might be some G2. So G1 is basically SSIs or trustees. They have non-aggravated crimes. G2s have aggravated crimes. They're serving a sentence of 50 years or less. G3s have aggravated crimes. They're serving a sentence of 50 years or more. G4s are bad people. They're bad, like they did some crazy shit. G5s is the highest custody level. Those are your serial killers, cop killers, baby killers, shit like that. G4s and G5s. G5s are probably going to be, those are the ones that are locked down 23 hours a day. And they only get one person, it's one to a cell. And they have to be escorted by 2 people every time they get out of the cell. They got to be strip searched every time they get out of the cell. So those are the custody levels. I am in a dorm, a block, a wing. B2 was the wing that I'm in. That wing has custody levels of G2 to 4. They don't have any G5s. There could be G5s from the transient unit that haven't gotten placed yet. So let me make sure I'm where I need to be. I gotta pick up Amara. I'm not using my GPS. Is this the street? No, okay. So my first day on the unit, I was on B4. No, not B4. I had to go in B4. I was on B1. Oh God, it was crazy. It was just scary. B1, I think, had G4s. No, G3s. And then I had to go into the restricted housing unit, which they got like a door. They don't have bars. These are the inmates that throw piss and shit on you. They cut themselves for no reason. They bang their heads on the wall like they're fucking psycho crazy. And they just act out, right? That happened. Somebody lit a cell on fire. They mattress on fire. That happened. Another one had 2 shanks. He was getting ready to take with him on a transport, which my daughter is chain boss, so she does transports. He had 2 shanks on him. Like, it was going down yesterday. It was so fucking crazy yesterday. I questioned even working on that wing. I was like, I don't know if I could do this. Because what made it bad was that was my sergeant texting us. What made it so bad was the people who are supposed to be training us wasn't training us. They were fucking lazy. It's the other officers that was just lazy and just wouldn't do their job. Somebody was smoking K2, and I got so dizzy and lightheaded, and she didn't even give a fuck. So that frustrated me because I'm not the type of person to just go there and collect a check. Like, I literally need to know how to run this block. I don't want the block running me. I don't want the inmates running me. So I got to learn how to run the block. But they're not trying to help me because they're just lazy and don't want to do their job. So I was frustrated yesterday. And then today I was frustrated. I tried to ask a lieutenant. So the rank is, you got an officer like me, then you got a sergeant, then you got a lieutenant, then you have a captain, then you have a major. I forgot what goes up after that without looking at my notes. So I asked the lieutenant about something because I couldn't find anybody else, and the people who were supposed to be training me didn't train me. And he responded in a way that made me damn near cry. I did cry, actually. I cried. And I was like, man, I don't even know if I want to work this block. I can't do this. I can't do this with these people. Hold on one second. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. So it was a lot that happened today. I'm too exhausted to even go over it. But basically, the block boss, which is the person running the block, wasn't doing their job, and they weren't checking on the inmates. You're supposed to check on them every 30 minutes. It's called a security check. They wasn't checking on the inmates. So the inmates hadn't had no water or nothing for like 2 hours, and it's fucking hot in there. The sun is beaming straight through the windows into the cells, this particular wing, and there's no air conditioner, and the higher it get, the hotter it get. And I felt so bad for them because that's our literal duty. We literally have to give them water and fans and shit. Like, they have to. They can't be denied that. If something happens to one of them inmates, one of those scab on them inmates, because of a security check wasn't being done, that's our jobs. Not my job because I'm OJT. But I can't go up there and check on the inmates by myself. I have to be escorted by an officer that's already been working there. They hadn't checked on these damn inmates for like 2 hours. So finally, I was able to go up there and check on them. And they were like, we want water. We've been asking for water. We've been asking for fans. And no, everybody's ignoring us. And I'm like, I know. I'm going to try to get y'all fans. Write down y'all, like, let me write down your cell number. Give me your ID so I can write down your TDCJ number, blah, blah, blah. So I can try to get whatever I can get for y'all and help y'all out. So I went to try to ask, like I said, the lieutenant, how I'm supposed to do this stuff. And his response was crazy, which made me feel like, fuck this job, fuck all it. I don't even want to be here no more. But I was able to talk to my lieutenant and my field training officer, and she's going to talk to the warden. She's going to address it tomorrow. Because if this keeps happening, how am I supposed to run the block by myself and do what I'm supposed to do? How am I supposed to do it? I don't even know how. That does make people hostile. Of course. They was asking for respite Like they wanted to go somewhere where there's air conditioner. That when they ask for it, we're supposed to give it to them. We're supposed to give them respite when they ask for it. But when I asked the block boss, how does respite work? What do I do? They're asking for respite, and they was like, good luck with that. What do you mean, good luck with that? Nigga, do you not know that that's against the... It's literally a law, I think. It's really, really serious that if they ask for respite, we have to give it to them. They are humans, yes. The least we could do is get... And so, but see, the reason why I know, like right now I'm OJT, on the job training. I could leave the block because I'm not assigned to a block. They're the block boss. I can literally leave the block. So what I do is I try to get them at least their basic needs, and that's how I build respect with the inmates. So when I run the block by myself, they know I'm gonna do my shit, and they know that I'm gonna look out for them like I'm supposed to. Because I just felt bad. They're all the way on the 4th row, 4 floors up. They can't yell down to somebody and say, hey, I need help. It's not like they can get on the radio. It's not like they can open the door and come downstairs and say, hey, I'm hot, I'm dying. They can't. So, and we're supposed to do a security check every 30 minutes. We're supposed to give them water. There was no water to give them. So, yeah, that's true. And that's why that's why I left the block. I left the block and I got the fans for the inmates that needed a fan. They got loaner fans. If they didn't have the money to buy a fan, it's $20 on commissary, they get loaner fans. You can't deny them fans. By the time I got back to get the fans, I didn't have enough time to check on the water and shit. But I told the new officers that was coming in, but I told the officer, really, because when the officer's leaving, another one is there coming in, you're supposed to relate to them any issues and shit. I didn't even have time to do that because I'm literally still in training, so I had to go. That shit was crazy as fuck. But yeah, today I cried. Sorry about that, y'all. So, I'm not the type of person who just comes to work and doesn't do my job and sits on my ass all day and like, fuck it, I'm just here to collect the check. That's not me. I can't do that. I actually have a conscience. Yes, it's hot. Yes, I don't want to walk up 6 flights of stairs, 8 flights of stairs, but these are humans. They at least deserve basic needs. And if you want to be a person who don't want to do your job, go do that shit somewhere else. Don't do that shit around me. Don't do that shit around me. I'm going to do my job. And the least I could do is give these motherfuckers water. Right? So, incarceration means you're treated worse than animals at the pound. We make mistakes in life, but we are all still human. Exactly. You can't hear me? Oh. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I need somebody to answer me. Okay, thank you. So what I was saying is, I'm not the type of person that's just gonna come to work and not do my job and just, sit on my ass and whatever the case may be. I just can't do that. I never was that type of person. But I definitely can't come to work and sit on my ass while there's 200 or something other humans suffering and I don't give a fuck. I definitely can't do that. Not at all. Yes, they're inmates. They're humans. They're humans. They deserve water. They deserve respite if they're too hot in their cell, to go to a cool cell so they can cool off. They deserve to get a cold shower to cool off. They deserve a cooling towel. They deserve at least that, because they can't die on our watch. So fucking what if they killed somebody? It's still a constitutional right to make sure that there's no cruel and unusual punishment in that jail. So I got frustrated today because how do I give inmates that are in restrictive housing, how do I give them respite? If it was a normal general population, you just tell the picket to open the doors of the people who are requesting it and send their ass there. But that's a different population. This is restrictive housing. How do I ask to do that? Where do I get water from? I can't leave my post. So how do I get water to these inmates if there's no water inside the block? I don't have a radio because I'm still in training. How do I get them fans? How does the indigent fan program work? Because there's a program for indigent inmates who can't afford to buy a fan, because we can't deny them a fan. How does that work? I'm asking these questions. Don't nobody want to answer them. Or they can't answer them, or they just don't care. I'm not that person. So that's why I got frustrated and cried today, because the one person that is supposed to help me, and who's a supervisor, said, I don't even know why you're asking the lieutenant these questions. What? Because you are a fucking lieutenant. Fuck the fucking, man. I'm also not the person who goes by a chain of command. If you're the only motherfucker that I'm supposed to ask, the 3 people I'm supposed to ask questions to, you're one of them. The other 2 ain't there, because I'm still in training. How do I call for help? I'm supposed to tell the block boss, and the block boss is supposed to call for help. But I've been asking the block boss for help all day because they're supposed to be training me, and they ain't fucking answering my questions. Shit, one of the block bosses gave me her fucking radio. I don't even know how to use that bitch. I know how to use it, but I don't know what to say. Who am I supposed to call? How am I going to get in contact? I don't know people's names. The only person I know is 26. 26 is the contraband team. That's the only people I know. And Lieutenant Smith. But I don't even know what I can and can't say because it's around inmates. It's not like I can say, Lieutenant Smith, can you come see me? I don't know if I can say that or not. The radio is with the block boss. The block boss is, if I need help, they're supposed to be the ones who's supposed to help me. So yeah, I talked to my field training officer today. She called me. I talked to Adriana about it too. She helped me out. I talked to my field training officer, and she's gonna address it tomorrow. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So we gotta wear stab vests. We gotta wear these on the unit every day. It's a little vest or whatever, a little protective vest, right? The vest I had on yesterday gave me a terrible rash on my back. And I'm hoping it's not a fungal rash. My water heater is not getting hot. I think the breaker tripped on the water heater and it keeps tripping. And I don't know why. I fixed it and then the next day it tripped again and it didn't get hot. So I gotta go to Adriana's house to take a shower, but I'm hoping it's not a fungal infection or even worse, a staph infection. So now I gotta get that fixed because my back is crazy itching and it hurts. Like right now, it hurts because I'm not sweating anymore. So I have to fill out a workman's comp, and they issued me my own vest. Because those vests, I don't know. But moving forward, my thought process is you have a bad element in your water heater. What does that mean? My thought process is I'm going to finish out OJT, learn what I can learn, and if I have to, I'll either come in early or stay late to pick a supervisor's brain and write down what I'm supposed to do. Because there's certain times that we're supposed to give them water, food, showers. So we can go about doing it. There are generally 2 of them. One is like, so how do I check it and how do I fix it? And I'm not gonna run a block by myself if I don't know how. And I don't have the faith that the person who might be running the block with me knows what they're doing. Because it probably knows me. So that's pretty much a summary of everything that happened. Where the hell is she at? And she said, I don't know what they're doing. I could probably go in and order something too. Because I want to get these chicken nuggets. Oh my God, my legs hurt, bro. Shit. I'm tired. She ain't even in here. Where is she at? My friend, I'm picking my kids up. She says she's at Wendy's. Where the fuck is she at? She ain't in here. I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'm gonna call y'all. I'm gonna get back with y'all later. I gotta call her and find out where she's at. So I'll see y'all later. Okay? Bye, y'all.